nervous and scared and insecure. And I hopped on my motorcycle and I left the state for 2 years, getting odd jobs around and, again, developing more personal experience, life experience.
Odd jobs mean not acting?
No, just, back then, in the 70s, you didn't have all the paperwork. You can get a job anywhere, anytime, just by saying, I bust tables at diners, I worked at carnivals, worked on pool decks, selling lotions, I did all kinds of stuff. So anywhere you can make some money and then you move on.
But honest.
Yes. I do game the situation from time to time. I must admit I have a larcenous sort of background. I have your wallet, which now I'm shamed, and I'm going to give it back to you. There might be 20 missing, but I'm teasing. No, it was legit, and I was now 19 and 20, and I just had to grow up. I had to figure out and abide by right and wrong, and do what was not just legally right, but right for me. And go down a path that is going to be healthy for me and developmental.
How did that, since this is a TV festival, how did that point bring you to your first sort of experience in front of a camera, which was the soap opera Loving? How much stage work had you done prior to that? How many commercials? How were you ready actually to assume your first real, serious professional gig?
I don't really know. Actors will tell you that you just want a job. You just want to go out there. And I was in a number of different acting classes, and I had this criteria that if I ever felt that I was becoming one of the better actors in the class, I'd leave. I'd leave the class and find a class where I was on the bottom rung and work my way through it. And if I felt like I was the best actor or one of the best actors in that class, out. And I just kept doing it.
And these were different approaches to each teacher, or was it more along the same?
Yes, every teacher approaches the work very differently. And so I always looked at it not to make a guru out of any one teacher, but to, as if they offer a certain thing, and it's like, I think I've gleaned everything I could from that teacher. It feels like I've got that. If all of a sudden all you're receiving when you put your scenes up are praise, then I feel like I got to get out of here.
Well, were you more in tune with, you were working with internally focused teachers? Did you have externally focused teachers, clown type activities? I mean, it was all different approaches?
Yes.
And there was none in particular that you said, yeah, that's the path I want to follow?
Well, the path to a degree. So I studied with Harvey Lembeck, who was a preeminent improv teacher.
Was he in The Beach?
Yeah, all those Beach movies.
So,
he was the top improv teacher in Hollywood.
Seriously?
Yeah. There was really no one.
He was a beach bang at bingo. He was always the tough, the hood.
Yeah.
But he was a comic character. You didn't take him serious. He was a sort of Fonzie, pre-Fonzie type character.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And really, really tough teacher. And boy, you had to be on the ball for him. So I went through those classes for years. And then you leave when you get a job that takes you out of town or something like that. So I'm bouncing around, and I lived in New York in the early 80s for 5 years and taking class from teachers here.
Were you married then at the time?
I was not, no.
You had been?
I had been married and then divorced.
So this was a new start?
Yeah.
Clean slate, leave California.
Right. I come here to do this soap opera. And it was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had. Because the quantity is overwhelming. And if you're looking for opportunities to present an honest character, boy, you're challenged. Because it changes. It's like, you you got the lines right, we're moving on. It's like, oh my God, I'm just barely scratching the surface of getting to something, and we're done. Next, tomorrow. You got to go home and study tomorrow's work. And then when that's done, the next day's work. So that churning was something that was really difficult, and but you rank trained.
Did you watch the shows when they aired?